Hey there guys, what is going on? Sloppy here. Today we are back in my machine testing area. It has been a while since I've been here, but something has been nagging at me and I decided it's time to get back in to a little bit of machine testing. And today I wanted to see basically how long the respawn timer on animals were and if different animals have different respawn timers. And more specifically, if using a sensor to detect a mob is a decent way to do a clock, because right now I basically need a clock for something I'm working on and I have no idea how to do that. Yes, I could put a bunch of delay gates into each other, but then every delay gate is what? Maximum 10 seconds. So if I want a decent amount of time, you're talking about a lot of delay gates, and delay gates, you would need a switch or something to be powered the entire time. So basically what I'm looking for is an easier solution to my clock problem. So when this door, well, it'll open when this thing spawns. I guess we could just switch it right now. Wait, no. When something, well, we need a reversal thing, because when something is in there, that means the sensor is sending power. Boom. Door's going to be open. When that door shuts, essentially that's our Pigsy timer. So I'm going to stand here for a bit, see how long it takes a Pigsy to despawn. Ladies and gentlemen, it has happened. The door has closed. If you were curious how long that was, 1 hour. 1 hour these guys last. That's significantly longer than I thought it would be. Wow. A 1 hour timer if you just spawn something. And I will say I was staying within, within the chunk that it was in, so maybe that has effect on it. We will continue testing. But 1 hour for a Pigsy to despawn from a mob spawner, which I'm sure there's plenty of stuff that would be great to have an exact hour timer. Whew, that was a long time. In the meantime, I've been doing other things. So I was looking at this, so for 1 minute, because each of these can go up to 10 seconds. So for 1 minute, you need 6 of these. So for 10 minutes, you would need 60 delay gates, right? No, that doesn't sound right. But that is right, I think. So the interesting part about that is that's a lot of these. Now, they're not terribly expensive, and you can do that, but that takes up a lot of space, and it's just not great, I think, personally. So 60 delay gates for 10 minutes. A 10-minute timer is essentially what I'm trying to create, if you guys were unsure. Anyway, what I want to do now is actually switch this... Switch this to a night Pigsy, because this, in theory, should blow up as soon as morning sun comes up, which is great for a clock, because then you have exactly an amount of time that's the night time. The problem with that being, if you have a game that's in the day, if you have a game that's in the day, that could be a little bit of an issue. One thing I did think of was maybe we can set it to spawn... set it to try and continuously spawn night Pigsies, and when one's in there longer than however it takes to despawn, then the game shuts off, but I don't think that'll work. So if I spawn you right now, is it light enough that you will die immediately, or are you good? I can't tell. Is he about to die? Yes. Okay, so it needs to be a little bit darker. I'm not sure exactly when that cutoff hits, but it needs to be a little bit darker. The other one that I was thinking would be super handy, and this really only works if you have a bunch of people and one person has a throwaway account or something, but I was getting the idle time disconnect. So if you stand completely still and don't move for 10 minutes, the server kicks you out. So that's exactly a 10-minute timer. If for some reason you have someone who can log on for exactly 10 minutes, put his character there, stand in a spot, 10 minutes starts, as soon as he leaves, the sensor is like, oh, there's no one here anymore because they logged out. And yeah, so that's really the only one I could think of that's exactly a 10-minute, but the logistics of using a throwaway account would be kind of a mess. So maybe if you had someone who was like logging off anyway, they could just leave their computer on, I don't know. But that's 10 minutes, so that's kind of neat. Anyway, is it light enough yet? I believe because he's on fire, that means no, right? Starting to spawn, 10:30. 10:30, what a strange time. Yep, look, now he's fine. So I'm going to chill here. And we're going to see if, I mean, if this is exactly 10 minutes, that'd be swell. It's 1:08 in the video. Okay, so that got cut because I forgot to turn back on my microphone. Whoops. Anyway, the nighttime creature survived for 8 minutes. He went away at about 5:20. That's where the last clip sort of ended. So we created essentially an 8-minute timer, which is interesting. So nighttime creatures can't actually survive the full 10-minute night, if that is to be believed. I don't know if I believe the Steam post anymore. So we basically created an 8-minute timer and an hour-long timer today. But that's what these machine testing videos are for. I'd be curious if you guys have an idea for I was trying to see if I could sense objects that you drop, because I think they are 10 or 15 minutes when you drop things. I suppose, okay, wait, before we end the video, ooh, I got some fancy spray from that treasure chest I found. Oh, that's really annoying, isn't it? Let's test this, actually, now that, I guess, I was about to say you can't sense those, but you can totally put them on a pressure plate. Let me steal this. So yeah, let's test how long this is. I don't have a ton of time, so if this, I can't imagine it'll stay for that long, right? Yeah, let's test this. Wow. You could not have placed more poorly, Mr. Door. Mr. Door! Why would you place that way? I want you to place facing me, please. That'd be swell. Thank you, sir. Alright, so we're going to test this as our last chance, or else our only option is relay game. Well, an hour-long timer is actually really nice to know. So a creature will stay for an hour. I do want to test if you're outside of a chunk. We may have to do another video for that, though, because I don't know if I have another hour to just not do anything. Yeah, it's interesting. But yeah, about 8 minutes for the nighttime creature, for whatever reason. So we're going to try a pressure plate and see how long stuff stays, I guess. How long stuff stays present, like stuff that you drop on the ground. Yeah. Okay, so let's do... Start the timer now. Okay, yep. We'll see what happens. Whoa! It's 5 minutes. That's beautiful. That is beautiful. 5 minutes for player dropped stuff. I am curious, and I will be testing this very soon to see if a loot spawner also, I imagine it would be the exact same. So you can use a loot spawner for a 5-minute timer with a pressure plate. That is great. That is great to know. So yeah, this was a timer episode. If you guys have never seen me and my machine testing, it's a lot of just random trying things that I think might work, and sometimes they don't, sometimes they do. We created basically 3 timers today, one that measures all of the nighttime, one that's an hour long, don't know why you'd need that, but maybe some reason, and this 5-minute timer, which saves a lot of machinery because 5 minutes would be, what, 30 delay gates, I think? So I might be using this in the very near future. This is really handy. I am curious though. So if I drop it, I mean, I could chain this together, put a nether pressure plate here. When this one gets deactivated, it drops a thing onto the other one, and it basically makes a 10-minute timer, plus or minus a few seconds, right? So anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. If you have any clocks that you use that are better or worse, or any ideas that I should test. Because these videos are kind of fun, just screwing around for a bit, seeing what works, what doesn't. So let me know what you think of videos and events, if you remember what I actually did, because that was a while ago. And subscribe for more Creativerse, all that jazz. I will see you guys later. Ciao.